Pep Guardiola has joked that he uses his good looks to get his Manchester City players to take on the information he gives them. The City boss finds his side competing for 4 trophies this season after last year's treble success, with the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League and Club World Cup all being targeted. The defending Premier League champions are currently second in the league table, conceding top spot to Arsenal at the weekend after a 1-1 draw with Liverpool at the Etihad. Guardiola had suggested after the game that City had barely trained in the build-up to the match, with the Spaniard only able to name 8 out of a possible 9 substitutes and missing several of his players through injury. He said that they had only spent 10 minutes on offensive and defensive tactics for the tie, and told reporters after full time that he used a special method of getting the information across, because I'm really good, he said when asked how the players managed to take his information on board in such a short space of time. I'm a handsome man and I seduced them and we did it. I'm really good. Today we have the TV, the images, and we talk individually, and moving that way. I spoke with Ruben Dias, with what happened at Chelsea. I spoke with Kyle Walker, with what happened at Chelsea. I talked about it in this specific was after they made mistakes, they just understand. Guardiola has formed a strong relationship with his players in his 7 years in charge of the club, and a high volume of games has often meant there has been a short turnaround in matches. On this occasion players were returning back from international duty and City played Liverpool at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, meaning the Spaniard would have had minimal time with his players. Guardiola was in good spirits following the game, but did express his frustrations at the injury issues in his squad, stating that he was unable to risk a number of players in the build-up to the weekend's game. In 7 years, I don't train, he said. Maximum 35 minutes. We don't train. They started preseason 15 days before. Do you know what 15 days is? We played the FA Cup final and then the Champions League final. They had 15 days more with the new players. We didn't do 1 day of tactical. It's the same for Jurgen, I'm pretty sure. The day before this game, we did 10 to 15 minutes with the ball and 10 minutes defensively. Before Tuesday it will be 10 minutes on the pitch, moving in that way. We cannot train. If we train, we don't have players for the next game. We don't have them. That's why we have to learn from the past, just understand what you have to do. The press, who jumps? This is what we absolutely rely on.